Well, I'm making this video because I've had some friends of mine tell me I need to tell this story just so it can be maybe enlightening for somebody. And I've been watching Lee Sklar's videos, and during COVID, we're just doing what we can do to keep from going crazy at this point. Anyway, I thought I'd tell this story about a 1964 P bass that I had. And it was my first early Fender, and I had that many years ago, and I never could get the action to feel comfortable for me. This one is a 61, and it's much more playable. The action's great on it, the neck straight as an arrow, but on that 64, it was bowed like a bow and arrow. So that instrument I never could get right. And I remember one night I was coming home from a fairly late gig, and in those days I drove a big four-wheel drive pickup truck, had big old tires on it and the whole deal. And I got home from the gig and took my equipment out of the car and took the bass out, but left it leaning up against the back of the pickup truck on the, against the tailgate and the bumper. And it was in a reunion blues leather gig bag. And in the morning, got up, got in the truck, opened the garage and backed down the driveway. And then as I was backing, fully out of the garage, I noticed my bass was lying on the ground face down, and my tires had rolled over the entire length of the bass from from the neck to the bottom of the body. On both front and rear tires had rolled over that thing, and it was basically in a gig bag, so I figured it was going to be splinters when I opened it up. Anyway, I got the thing open, and I noticed the bass was intact, which was great. And I also noticed that the strings had completely compressed into the maple fingerboard all the way up until they couldn't get between the frets anymore. But there were 4 lines of compressed divots all the way up my neck, where the tire had rolled over right over the center of the neck and crushed the strings into the fingerboard. And I figured, well, this is a lost cause. But to my amazement, I pulled it out of the bag, started playing it, and the action was perfect. I don't know what the heck it did, but it reset the truss rod in some way so that bass actually had excellent action from that day on. And it was a usable instrument for me until I eventually sold it. But yeah, that's a crazy story about, I guess, one, how much abuse a Fender can take, and 2, that they don't usually play great until you roll over them with a truck. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.